Finally, guys, what's up, diecast collectors? This is 9446 Network, back with another video, and we are finally my favorite driver currently in the Cup Series as of this video, Chase Elliott, at his Napa Auto Parts blue and yellow Napa Chevrolet Camaro for Hendrick Motorsports. What an amazing car this is. Now, I collect the Chase Elliott diecast because he is my favorite driver, so if I didn't have a diecast series, this car would still be picked up. This is definitely going to be one for Chase Elliott fans to pick up. This car, though, is another one of those cars where I don't really know if the paint scheme is going to change next year or not. Are they going to keep the same paint scheme like they did from 2019 to 2020? Or are they going to give us a new one every year? That I don't know. So this paint scheme is definitely going to be one you want to keep an eye out on as a collector. So we're going to get this one out of the box. And for me, I'm going to save a lot of this packaging. When I put it on my diecast wall, it's going to look like this. So, yeah, I got to save that clamshell. So we're going to get this out of the box. And my, dude, how surreal. My favorite driver, Chase Elliott, and his next generation car is in my hands. Not a custom. Didn't pay 50 bucks for it on Amazon. Got it when it was released for normal price. Real car. Real diecast. Actual thing. Let's get this diecast review, and I gotta get used to feeling the gloss again because I just reviewed a matte car. And my nose looks pretty good, so yeah, guys, that's a good thing. I have a good-looking nose on this car. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe the headlight's a little flatter than the other, but, you know, it's good. It's better than a couple others that I've seen, so yeah, I have a pretty good quality diecast for Chase Elliott so far. You got number 9, Hendrick Motorsports, the hood vents for the Camaro, ZL1 right there on the hood. You got Napa, Elliott's name with the Chevy logo, Sunoco right there, Goodyear, NASCAR Cup Series, and you've got these really nice rims, these blackish, darkish, grayish rims. It actually kind of makes the rims look pretty real, I gotta say. I mean, they aren't perfect, they are pretty inconsistent, but they kind of look real. Not bad at all. Could be a bit better, though. You know, you could paint it a little more consistently. Goodyear right there. You got NASCAR Cup Series, and is that a rough spot? Looks kind of funky. You got number 9 right there, Napa. And I really like how the Napa, the way the shape of the logo fits the side, and just the way everything just comes together. It's just a fantastic paint scheme. Not a bad one. Not a bad Napa design. Chase Elliott, Hendrick Motorsports. Let's see. Cronus, Exalta, Cincinnati, Freightliner, Siemens, Mac Tools, Hooters, Mac Tools, and Siemens. Got to get the order of that right, guys. Kelly Blue Book logo is curved. You got Valvoline and that other Hendrick logo that I'm never going to be able to read on any of the cars. You got A-Shock, Hooters, Lumar, Auto Parts right there. You got UniFirst. Back of it, you got the taillights, which are a bit crooked. You can see this one's touching the edge more than this one, but that's fine. Still looks identifiable as a Chevrolet Camaro. Got Chevrolet right there, Napa Auto Care, Valvoline number 9. You got that Camaro logo is definitely crooked. Nice job, guys. My favorite driver's car has a crooked Camaro logo. Got ZL1 right there, Napa Auto. Oh, that looks really bold. Oh, wow. I don't think that's an error. I think that's part of the render, guys. I gotta look at the real car later, but that definitely looks a little bit too bold. Don't you guys think? I can barely see, I could see it, but, you see, the little holes in the letters. It's really, really bold. I think they overdid it with the boldness, guys, so that's a little weird. Got Elliott, Napa, know-how. You definitely need to know how to bold your letters properly. I'll give it that, but you know, it's a nice car. So you got that Napa blue right there. Very, very nice blue. This is like it's like a darkish blue. Now I was wishing they would give us a metallic finish, and I'm not talking about the one we got on the 2018. I'm talking about just Hot Wheels Spectra Flame blue, like they added to the Forza games. Give us that type of blue, because I'm telling you, this diecast will look 10 times even more. It's going to pop out even more than it already is. I mean, the color palette is fantastic, but it would even be more fantastic with the metallic, which I don't think they're doing anymore. These cars are now all wrapped, even at the super speedways. So this car is accurate to how it is in real life. Got that brightish navy blue. Almost like a manufacturer color, but just with the metallic nut on there. The hyper metallic blue, but just no metallic, just gloss. Okay, so as you can tell, that's the color they painted it. Now, the front of it, at first, I was not really liking how it was just all white. I was kind of wishing they would, like, carry this blue down underneath the Chevy logos and the headlights and have the yellow kind of come down with it, but they just made this whole thing white. The car looks like it has a Santa Claus beard now. So, yeah, that's just wonderful. Not terrible, but like I said, that would have been cool to see the blue go all the way down, but doesn't look bad. Let's see here. So it starts out all white, black splitter, black spoiler. You got the biofuel, because I keep forgetting to mention that. Now, the yellow has a bit of that white outline to it. Before I get to that, I need to do the numbers first. Yellow outline, a black outline, and a white number fill-in, which is very, very bold, that yellow is. Then on the side, you got a yellow outline, a white outline, and a dark blue outline, or the number fill-in, I should say. Just like this on the front, except now it has like a whitish outline inside of the number 9. The back has the same type of 9 on the roof. Is this 9 supposed to have a bit of red on it? I don't really remember it off the top of my head, but I kind of recall seeing some red on the number 9. Like a little bit of a, kind of a bit of orange. Diecast doesn't have that, so I'm going to have to check if that's accurate or not. But it doesn't look bad regardless. It's still identifiable as Chase Elliott. You have the white carrying on from the front, going across the side. Now, this is where it gets interesting. You got that outline to that yellow. It kind of goes up towards the driver's windshield. The passenger windshields, I should say. The driver and passenger's windshields, side windows. It kind of just like, it's almost like it spikes. It's almost like hair. Like, you know how hair, it's like space and it's like inconsistent? So you can see like it goes up with that white outline and stops. Then it goes back up again, stops. That's because the side of the paint scheme, so you can see they went all white and then they went down and across the shape. They kind of went off of like that, like octagon, pentagon shape right there. And they just went like around it. Let me see if I can explain it better. So it starts out on the top and it just goes down across the side, back up across the rear quarters and the panels, and it goes all the way to the back with the yellow outline. Now we're going to get into the shape. So you could see the Napa logo has that pentagon, octagon type shape. And of course, it goes across it. So you go here for that side here. That's a side. That's a side. That's a side. That's a side. And it skips that part and goes straight across to the back. And it leaves a lot of this blue negative space here that you can see. And it leaves space so that you can put the logo on top. So they put Napa right here and Auto Parts. Really love how the paint scheme takes the shape of the sponsor's logo. That's what I love about the Napa car. It's not more attractive than the Mark Martin paint schemes of Avalon number 6 cars, and I'm bringing that up because that's my old favorite driver. Definitely not as good as those, but they are pretty good. I'm going to give you guys that. The blue and yellow and white, you can make a really good paint scheme out of it. But yeah, I really like how that shape, it just goes around it. That's just my favorite part about it. And with the yellow, we got that bit of a white outline to it, makes it really look sharp. And I do love how that looks. I love how this paint scheme turned out. Well, I'm a big fan of it. I gotta be honest with you guys. And I love how like it spikes all the way up this way and the white just stops here underneath the window and just goes up with the blue. Really, really sharp. Really, I love the way that looks. That looks awesome. Okay, this whole side design is just, for the next gen car having the numbers moved up, they needed to have a paint scheme that was going to look good with this, and I think they did a good job with it. A+ to this car. I don't see why you would change this paint scheme next year other than adding a couple of contingency sponsors, but it looks good as is. I don't think I would ever change it, at least not for a while, unless they put like a Corvette in the Cup Series or something and you have to change the paint scheme or whatever. I like this car as is. This looks great. It goes all the way to the back with the yellow. And the top of it is just all blue because the front of it, that's where like the sides of the front and then the nose are painted in white with the yellow outline. So, whew, a lot of explaining there to do. But, you know, I try to get as much detail as I can so you guys can see what's going on with these cars. But this Chase Elliott car, I gotta be honest. This is probably my favorite Napa one out of all of them. I liked it 2021. That was a nice design. 2020 was just a lot of blank spots on it, right? Very blank, very bland. This here is, I gotta say, I really like this. This is definitely a good Napa paint scheme. All right, so really, really nice car. And for those who want to see a comparison, I'm a Chase Elliott fan, so I'm going to have a lot of cars on tap. So at least I can get a 2021 Chase Elliott car, if I can get one. I have to grab a race version. There you go. So here's a race version. It's the same paint scheme as the normal one. Here you are, guys. So this is going to be a paint scheme comparison here. So as you could tell, very, very different. And this is kind of what I meant. You see how the 2021 had the yellow going all the way down the front. I kind of wish they did that here, but no big deal there. Yeah, guys, I'm a Chase Elliott collector, so I have to compare these cars. I'm definitely going to make sure I was going to give you guys that. Definitely glad they added some white and yellow to the back, considering last year's car didn't have that, so that's a nice detail. And for those that want to see the 2020, here is a 2020 car. Just a lot of blank spaces on this car. The paint scheme wasn't terribly bad, but there's a lot of space here that they could have used, right? So my point is, this car takes advantage of all the space that's on the next-gen car, and I like it. There's not really much more I could say than that. It has a 360 view. I'm probably going to end up with a lot more of this same Napa car because of the race versions, so this is definitely not going to be the only time I see this paint scheme in my collection, as I give you guys a 360 view. But yeah, being a Chase Elliott fan is fun. Yeah, there's a couple unproud moments here and there, but, you know, I enjoy being a fan of his. Even if I were to, you know, I really don't see myself changing my favorite driver anytime soon. So Chase Elliott, dependable driver for me to root for. So yeah, guys. Yeah, sometimes things get a little chaotic, but, you know, I appreciate just, you know, how he does things. So I'm going to leave it at that. Very beautiful car, guys. This is really awesome. So thank you guys for checking this one out. And shout out to me, dang it, because I'm a Chase Elliott fan. I'm reviewing this car. And shout out to the other two cars I've got to look at. I have to look at these two up here, if I can bring them down, so I can show you guys what's coming up on the channel. Boom, these are the other two we got. So there's three of them. I still got to get the Hooters car on the Gold Series because the Authentics one came out all fuzzy looking. So I got to get that one in the, like this, how these cars are in the Gold Series. Stay tuned for more Chase Elliott diecast reviews. I'm definitely doing more of them. You know what I want to do? I'm not going to review them all at once. I'm going to scatter them out. So the next video, you're probably not going to see this one or this one. You're probably going to see a different driver. I want to give you guys some variety. As much as I like Chase Elliott, I got to do that. I got to be fair. So thank you guys for checking this one out. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals in your diecast, and root for good drivers like Chase Elliott.